involved with the Texans. I think they win the division here on the road, and that also would come with a pretty big upset on the bottom of the screen there with the Titans and Ryan Tannehill at home.
We've got a squad ride sweep. Let's fucking go, boys.
How about that?
How about the Magic? So, Ron, we'll be seeing, brother. You were a terrible coach. We are in the same spot now that we were in 4 years ago. If not, maybe even worse. All right. And then, yes, so five guys bang. How about it, Jets? 200 to win $2,200. What do you say?
I'll tell you what this screams to me. Like, I think Corum still gets his yards, but this square screams to me there's going to be a big run early in the game from Michigan, and you're going to look up and be like, oh, surely it's Corum. No, it's probably going to be Donovan Edwards.
What is that? Dang.
Is that from
bro,
your
I don't
camera?
know. These TikTok cameras, bro, they be getting me. Yeah, there it is. Squad rides are perfect in the new year. Let's fucking go. What's going on, ladies and gents? Happy BTL Wednesday, episode 400 piece. Wow, hold the fry as always. Joined by your two hosts, Krabs and Javon, presented by Pickett Sports. If you guys aren't tracking your bets on Pickett, what are you waiting for? Do you need me to do it for you myself, like I'm your parent? Go download it. It takes 3 seconds. Use promo code Javon and start tracking your bets in the new year. Speaking of tracking bets, I hope chat didn't track that squad ride last night because that was good. That was
They score yet?
I don't think they scored yet, to be honest with you. I think we got some background noise going here. It looks like a little fiddle. Sure.
Unreal.
Guys. Yeah, one singular tear going down my freaking eyeball watching Kansas State try to score basketball. That's what happens when Dave Nagesson is one of your main offensive options. Okay?
Shit.
Sometimes the offense gets a little stale. All right, it happens. It is what it is, but we got Goots with the soundboard, playing new tracks, upgrading BTL every single week for you guys, trying to make this the best sports betting show out there. And I think you guys can confirm we're doing a pretty good goddamn job. Okay, let's keep moving, let's keep grooving, and let's keep grinding and do the L squad ride recap. Get that shit over with. That was a terrible bet. That was a bad bet. They were never in it, and they had one of the worst performances of any Power 5 team this season in college basketball. It is what it is, Javon, and we move.
Yeah, I'm actually shocked they lost and looked pitiful, and I can't bitch about Tyler Perry because without him, they might get shut out in that game. He was the only one doing anything.
Yeah, rare. Usually it's him folding like a Dollar Tree lawn chair in big games against good teams, but last night it was everybody else, okay? Can't make it up, Javon. All 4 other squad ride options smacked with ease. Guys, make sure you are taking notice of this, okay? Just because the squad ride gets voted on doesn't mean we ignore the other plays. These are our 5 favorite plays of the day. We're alley-ooping you guys. And it should not go unnoticed that those other 4 are pretty good looks. And some might say, the play that gets voted on the least is actually the sharpest almost every day, like Georgia Tech right there on the bottom. Nobody voted for him. Nobody believed except for me. And they won outright. So keep that in mind. Let's go, Goots. Sure he can.
Users drowning.
Headphone users maybe caked. Maybe we turn that down a notch. Okay. But I'm loving what we're doing over here, Goots. Keep killing it, my man. Javon, we have a ton of great college basketball games today. We're not going to spend too much time doing intros. Let's recap the prize picks that we're also pissed and then go about our day because these were not it, folks. And I take full blame. We were not dialed yesterday. We're going to run it back today on prize picks and find you guys another 8-team cash piece.
God, dude, okay. We were so close. I wasn't pissed watching Clarkson miss open 3 after open 3 for the POD and for that. He was like, I've never seen more open 3s than that man took. That was crazy. But
can't make
he didn't hit him. And the other 2 in the A team were free. We're so close to back-to-back A teams. Maybe the first time ever.
But no cigar. Let's see what we can do today. All right, we're going to lab up some plays for you guys on prize picks. Don't you worry. All right, plenty of options today, plenty of games, especially with college basketball. Okay. We got Sam Oliver coming in with a sub bang. We got a hype train level 1 absolutely cooking. Love to see that. Charles Chase coming in with a sub bang. We got Dill God coming in. Let's get this shmoney. Yes, sir. Coastal Kev coming in. Let's go. Yes, sir, Kev. Let's have a day, Kev. Why not us, Kev? Let's have a day. All right. Chats, if you guys missed the morning after, you can always go back and rewatch any live show on the Book It Sports Network, okay, on YouTube. And if you have not subscribed to our YouTube, we are really trying to grow that right now. So please do your part. It's free to subscribe on the YouTube. Go over there and check out some of the old content that were posted on there. Check out some of the reels and drop a sub for the boys. If you don't want to watch on YouTube, I understand the Twitch is more live, right? When is the next podcast? People are asking in chat. We are crafting up the next podcast as we speak, getting ready, absolutely starving to go over some Super Bowl plays for you guys. We will have a podcast out early next week before the Super Bowl, okay? I promise you that, and it's going to be absolutely killer. I'm stoked. All right, we're waiting for all these props to come out. We're waiting for all these lines to move, and then we strike. Okay. W's. Awesome. Friday Sharp Report. Let's go ahead and recap this. Probably some cake in there. Yep. I did go 3-2 once again, actually. Javon 2-3. Not our best work. Nothing to write home about.
None. Nothing at all.
Nope. No fun and no jokes here. We got to hit winners. We got to hit bets before we do that. I'm with you. Let's do king of the board real quick. Javon, looks like you do have an edge this week. People are saying, people are talking. I'm down 1-2 in king of the board. I can't tell you the last time I've had 2 losses in this contest. Ohio State is maybe the worst team I've ever seen in my entire life. And we're going to talk about that right now and not waste any time. Goots, run that shit. Ladies and gents, I'd like to formally announce Ohio State is banned for the remainder of the season at minimum. They might be the most dog shit rat meat team I've seen. The effort levels are hilarious. I can't believe these kids keep getting away with it. They have scholarships to show this effort on the court. They get NIL for playing like this. Take it away. They don't deserve shit. These guys stink. And they brought in good players, too. They brought in that stuff from Minnesota. I fucking bet. He stinks. He couldn't cover a parked car. I could drop 15 on that guy. He's atrocious. Zed Key? What happened to Zed Key? He's too busy taking care of his snakes and lizards, all his weird freaking pets, and he's not dialed in on the court. The weirdest guy in college basketball is now becoming the worst player in college basketball after being a stud in his first couple seasons. Yeah, I hope he goes to a nice retirement home, too. You know what? I don't. I hope he goes to one of those shitty ones, like from Happy Gilmore, where the guy's fucking with the people working there. Yep. I do. I said it. I wish the worst for Zed Key. I wish the worst for Holtman. I wish the worst for Ohio State because they continuously lose games in ways where I have never even seen with my own fucking eyeballs in my entire life, Javon. I mean, yesterday the points were flowing. The offense was scoring for once. Usually Ohio State winning with their defense. They put up a 75 berg. They shot 50% from the field. If you would have told me Ohio State, who is Moose, shoots 50% from the field, Javon, I would do a backflip off this fucking desk because I would have known they were already won outright by 10 and I'd have a winner. But no, they couldn't cover anyone. They didn't even look like they were trying to cover anyone. Is this team tanking? Are they losing on purpose? Are they the worst, most toxic team in the Power 5? I vote yes. I vote yes. Chris Holtman saying we need to be nastier. Chris Holtman, brother, whatever you're doing right now, do the fucking opposite. Straight up. Start today. Wipe the slate clean. Whatever you're doing right now, buddy, change it and do the exact opposite because you are about to get canned and you are a terrible coach and you deserve it for costing me and costing everybody an insurmountable amount of coins. This Ohio State team might be the worst in the Big Ten. There's always something with this squad, finding a different way to lose, and they show zero effort. This team won't be getting any more coins from me. I don't know about you, Javon, but I'm fucking out on Ohio State. They're a football school. Chris Holtman's a terrible, terrible coach, and their team stinks.
Yeah, they're Moose. They're Moose. Ohio State VT, who you got?
I mean, they would just body us in the paint and probably fucking beat us too.
It's a couple of rat shit organizations out there, man.
Yeah, you know what it is. You know what it is. And I wish I could chirp your frogs, but I can't because they actually won last night. So W Jinx yesterday saying they were going to lose. Great work.
Yep.
Okay. Guys, if you're watching on Twitter, if you're watching on YouTube, come over to the Twitch. All right. Way more people in chat vibing over here. We got Ron, Muck, and Clam giving out sub bangs galore. Why don't you hop in the Twitch chat and see if you get a free sub bang from Ron? He's giving them out like hotcakes today. Yap might cook Ohio State. Yeah. I mean, Snell, Yap, and Drip Splash could freaking probably beat Ohio State 3-on-5. And that might be the worst trio in all of 2K. Straight up. 30 for 30 going into OT. Dude, I cannot stand this team, Javon, and I'm done thinking about them. I'm done talking about them, and most importantly, I'm done betting them.
With that said, I will certainly be on Ohio State this weekend.
Good. Who do they play?
Have to. Iowa.
They'll probably be like +1 or something that makes 0 sense.
Yeah, they're on the road, so it'll be weird. But after you ban them, I got to hop on.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you one bit. Okay. Let's move on to Wagon Wednesdays. Enough of the bitching. Okay. Overall, it's been a great year. It's been a great month. 2 losing days in a row for me. Full transparency. Any hot streak, any legacy stretch is over when you lose 3 straight days in a row. This is a big day for me, Javon. I got to strike back with some positive in the units on Pickett. Okay. Because if I don't, the 2-month hot stretch I've been on the last, almost 7 or 8 weeks, it's done. Capiche, it's cake, stick a fork in it. Big day today. Did extra lab work last night. I love the slate. We'll see how it plays out, Javon. Plenty of winners. But before we dive into that, before we get to the Sharp Report, because the people are starving for it, they need winners today, let's go over our Wagon Wednesdays on this beautiful January 31st before we turn the page to Feb. Okay? I'm going with the Richmond Spiders, Javon. And I like this angle a little bit too, because every time I pitch a Wagon Wednesday, the team loses in their next game. And I'm going to use that to my advantage here, Javon. I'm going to fade the heck out of them today. And we're going to talk about that soon. But give me the Richmond Spiders. As of right now, right this second, they are an absolute wagon, and they deserve to be talked about more. Nobody cares about them. Nobody talks about them. They're not fun. And Chris Mooney, I mean, what a story. Chris Mooney had to step down last year because he was having some heart issues, which you see a lot with coaches because these guys live and breathe their teams. And sometimes it causes them to literally get sick physically. It happens, okay? He comes back this year when people were saying he might even just retire and hang him up and nobody would blame him. He's got serious health concerns. And this team, I mean, they are playing like this is something out of a movie for Coach. They are showing insane amount of efforts that Ohio State couldn't even think of in their feeble little brains or minds. This Richmond team has so much heart. This Richmond team has an absolute stud. Javon, I thought when they lost Tyler Burton, I thought it was over. I thought the Richmond Spiders, A-10 domination, A-10 legacy stretch this decade was toast, right? You lose a star like that to Villanova. Turns out Tyler Burton is a loser. Tyler Burton is like Bradley Beal, but in college basketball. He fills up the stat sheet, but the guy never wins. He's a cancer to his team, and he's just bad luck. And whenever squad he's on, they stink. And they can never seal the deal. Tyler Burton, it's a good thing he's out of there because now they got this Jordan King guy who comes over from ETSU, who was pretty good last couple seasons. Not like this. I mean, he's a superstar. People are saying he might be the best player in the A-10. Jordan King averaging almost 20 points per game. If you guys haven't watched this little 5'11 point guard play yet, tune in, okay? Because he is fun, all right? He's a beast. And they got Neil Quinn as well, the 7-footer from Lafayette a couple years ago. This kid's blossomed into one of the better bigs in the A-10, if not the best big in the A-10 right now. He's averaging almost 12 points per game, Javon. They have the guys. This could be a 2-bid league this season, and they just knocked off Dayton, who's got a 17 net ranking still after that loss. They're a top 17 team in the country per the net rankings, even put that out to Richmond the other day. So the Spiders are undefeated in conference. The Spiders, when nobody expected it, are playing their absolute butts off for Coach, and I can't get enough of it. And with that being said, they are minus 2.5 on the road to Fordham today, and they're going to lose.
Yeah, that they are. They're surprisingly good. I was expecting kind of what you were expecting when Tyler Burton was gone. I was like, yeah, they're probably not going to be able to score. But look what they're doing now. Not that the defense
out, brother.
Isn't still there. Yeah, for sure. They're good. And shout out. I think we got some bangs in chat potentials from Ref and maybe a couple
coming
more.
In with the subby. Sure.
Huge.
Let's go, Ref. Sure we
W's.
Can. Dubs. Javon, who's your wagon on this fine Wednesday?
Yeah, so I hope I don't do the same thing that you do when you talk about a wagon and then the team automatically loses, even though I deep in my heart think it's going to happen still. But the Frogs are damn good. And this is a ridiculous stretch that they've been on. Like last night's great game against Texas Tech, another team that I guess I used my wagon Wednesday for them last week. And they're really good. They're one of the few teams in the Big 12 that has consistently put up really good performances on the road. And they did last night too, but TCU is just a little better. But what they've done the last handful of games, put up the other graphic goods of them against the ranked teams. This is a ridiculous stretch in the Big 12. And the one loss there against Iowa State is a game where they had 18 turnovers in the first half, and they still managed to come back and lose that game by 1. But other than that, they went on the road against Baylor, beat them in triple overtime. They just beat Texas Tech, really, really good team in a dogfight at home. They took down Houston, one of the better offensive performances that anybody's put up against them really in the last couple of weeks. They took down a good Oklahoma team at home. That's a ridiculous stretch to start conference play. And even out of that, they took Kansas down to the wire in fog, which not just to be a fan or a homer, but the ref certainly helped that one, calling it flagrant foul. That was bullshit in the last minute of the game. They are good. And they also have one of the best underrated shooters in the country in Trey Tennyson, who continues to get better and continues to look like the greatest sniper of all time. So they're a really good team. And they had last night, I talked about them having a scoring drought in that game and how that was imminent. They did. They had a 7-minute scoring drought just about in the first half. And you know how many points they still ended up putting up in the first half? 40.
A lot.
40. I mean, they had 17 points with, I think, 7 minutes left, and they ended with 40. The offense can just flip a switch like that. So, like, there's so many good teams in the Big 12. They're so deep, it's ridiculous. Like, that Iowa State team's really good. I've talked about Texas Tech a lot. Baylor, despite, they've had an up and down couple of games with struggles or where they looked a little offensively out of it, but they're super young and super talented. Like, TCU is the team that, even if I wasn't a fan, I would be very, very scared to play at home or on the road right now because they are firing on all cylinders.
It's crazy how you flipped. Or maybe you were just trying to jinx them yesterday.
No, I'm not flipped. I still think they lose one of these games this week, and I hate that it's still in my heart that it's going to be Texas. Last shot at them at Fort Worth on Saturday. We're probably going to be there too.
Yeah, you got to go to that game. I'm going to be pissed. I'm going to be very upset if you guys don't go to that game.
Yeah, I still don't think they're winning that game. But win or lose. Yeah, win or lose, they are really damn good right now.
Okay. The TCU Horned Frogs chat, do not let them get hot. It might be too late. People are saying, and yes, we know LaFade is partner with the Green Book. We will talk about it when we get to NBA today. Yeah. All right, cut the shit.
We just gotta mention the whole timing of it. It is right before the Super Bowl, and it's supposedly an NFL thing, but they play a nationally televised game against the Celtics tomorrow on TNT. Surely, first game after DK partners with him, there's not going to be a boost or anything on LeBron props, and surely he sorts over everything in that game. That's all I got to say.
I don't know how the legality of all this stuff works. How do you have the greatest basketball player of all time signing with, a book?
I don't know.
Like that just doesn't look right. That doesn't.
I don't know how that's allowed. I really don't know how that's allowed.
You know who else plays tomorrow? His son.
Oh my God! Give us the combo square. Give us the combo square again.
Give us a combo, please.
Dude, if they tweet out that combo square again, I am max LaFading that square.
Okay. All right. W's. Let's move. Let's groove. Let's talk a little bit about some Super Bowl triv here. I know the people are starving for Super Bowl bets. They're starving for, action on this game already. We're talking about it. We're thinking about it every single day. We're stoked for the SB out there in Vegas. Did you guys know that an Alabama player, a player who was drafted from the University of Alabama, not somebody who played there for 1 year, not somebody who transferred to Oklahoma and stunk and stinks now, nobody from Alabama that has been drafted has ever scored a single point in any Super Bowl in the history of the NFL. Crazy trend, Javon. Not a singular point. People were so mad at me that I tweeted this. I don't know why. I'm just tweeting out like a cool fact that we found out and talked about earlier today. Has nothing to do with the game in the Super Bowl because not a single player on either team graduated or was drafted from the University of Alabama. So this trend will not end. Just something weird, something cool, like a little Phil's nug, right? To kind of get the juices flowing for the SB, Javon. Were you shocked to hear this? I'm sure you are.
Yeah, definitely weird. And yeah, Devontae Smith was very, very close. I don't know how he didn't get in on that bomb they threw last year, but Hurts, he had 3 in that game. So that's an Oklahoma draft pick, not an Alabama draft pick. I was definitely surprised to hear that.
Yep, 100%. They got you, Drizzle. They got you red-handed, my man. It got to be drafted from Bama. Still a crazy trend. Unbelievable. Weird.
Yeah, that's insane.
Probably has nothing to do with, anything, but interesting to monitor. I will not be taking any Bama players to score in future years. Keep that in our back pocket. Or maybe we will bet on them. Maybe they're done. Okay.
Maybe when the Lions go back next year, we get a Jameson Williams study.
Ooh, that could be it. I swear to God, if you somehow call that, we go back and have to find this damn clip and this timestamp. Goots, remember this. 110-17 in. Okay, remember this a year from now. We might need it. Okay.
Marlon Humphreys might score a touchdown next year.
Ooh, Marlon Humphreys. Yeah, if he can put the TikToks down, maybe he will. Maybe they'll win a game in the playoffs too. I bet. Dude,
let me mourn. Let me mourn.
Get back up here, Goots. How about we talk about something good? Your Orioles just traded the team, sold the team, whatever the hell you want to call it. to David Rubenstein, a Baltimore guy. Apparently, Cal Ripken is involved in this.
He is.
Thumbs up, thumbs down. What are we thinking from an Orioles fan?
Thumbs up. This is awesome. This is amazing.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll spend some money now in the market.
Yeah, maybe Dylan Cease can start coming over to Baltimore. We need some pitching.
Sure.
Yeah.
Look, the first thing that worried me about this is, what we've been hearing talked about for the last decade or two, potentially somebody trying to buy the team and move them out of the city, or even the Angelos, the former owners, trying to get their bag up and moving the team out of the city. But it's good news. David Rubenstein is from Baltimore, was born there, probably doesn't live there anymore, but local guy, right, involving Cal Ripken. To me, that doesn't sound like they're moving the team anytime soon. That sounds like only good things are coming out of this.
We re-signed the lease at Camden Yards as well for I think it was 50 years. Yeah, it's
there we go.
Lease. Yeah.
Sure.
So they were smart. They made sure they did that around the same time so that fans would know, no stress. We're staying in Baltimore. Let's keep building what we're doing right now, because
this
right now
exactly what the city needs. Yeah,
this is what the city needs.
Yeah.
Yes, good for Baltimore, good for the Eds.
All of Baltimore Twitter is their whole tone has completely changed. It's like everything's fine.
Good.
We're all going to be okay.
Yeah, you guys needed this. Good timing as well for Baltimore fans. So W Scoots, right?
Never say this again, C-Dot. Never again.
That'd be the first time I get arrested in my life. Tackle field storming and taking him down before he could release that pitch. I would if I had to. I would do it.
Unreal.
I would do it. All right, let's move on to some plays for today, boys. Enough chit chat. All right, let's dive in. We've got an absolutely loaded college basketball slate today. Javon, I could not stop looking at it last night and this morning. I mean, I woke up absolutely in love with the slate. Plain and simple. We got Len Baum coming in, giving out another subby. We got official MP 23 dropping a follow. If you guys are in here for the first time, please drop a follow. Okay, and we got Zany Too Fresh in chat asking questions in the YouTube. Love to see it. How do we feel about a St. John's and Richmond Moneyline parlay? Zany, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I don't mean any disrespect here. This is complete honesty and just cutting to the point. That is the worst parlay I've ever heard. That is the worst parlay I've heard in my life. Come over to the Twitch chat and let's craft up another one, because that one ain't it, brother. Let's craft you up a winning toothpaste. Okay? Let's get to work, hop in the lab, come over to Booking Sports on Twitch. That's not going to cut it, my man. We need more. We need better. Okay? We can craft something up. I know we can.
Crazy.
Right? Javon, I can't let that one slide. Okay, let's move on to the BTL Sharp Report. Let's go, Red Tooth Gang. Let me hear you scream. Let's go, boys. Come on, Krabs. The kid's having fun. I know. I said I didn't mean any disrespect. We all know that's a terrible parlay. I'm just saying what you guys are thinking. All right, don't shoot the messenger. Javon, we've got some winners today. I know I sure as hell do. I hope you do as well. I'll get you started off with a little Xavier. Perfect timing, perfect segue here. Little Xavier ML skis. No wonder why I don't like that parlay. I'm on the other side on both plays. Give me a break. Xavier ML, Javon, look, they've already played, I believe, this St. John's team earlier this season, and St. John's handed them a pretty fat out, 81-66 in that game right before Christmas, Javon. I know that was a long time ago. A lot has changed in over a month since then, but all that matters is Xavier moving from a pick 'em to -1.5 at home here against a team that's already clapped them, against a team who I know they've got 3 losses to pretty good teams recently, but they did just beat Villanova 70-50 in their last contest. And Xavier's not playing great after an okay start that nobody expected. Okay, Xavier's coming off of 2 straight losses in a row. Again, to 2 good teams, Creighton and UConn. I'm not taking that into consideration too much. I don't give a hoot. I want to bet on Xavier here to get revenge against the St. John's team that already beat them this season at home with a weird line and great splits. Give me Xavier. The Musketeers get it done tonight at home. They've been a much better team at home this season, and they're going to show that. That's why they're a favorite tonight.
I'm in. Absolutely in. Taking the Heat today. I'm going back to them. Ratchet team. Yes. 7-game losing streak. Yes. Just burned us. Yes. Not today. They're a favorite at home against the Kings. I think the line's at 1.5 now. This is kind of just the matchup they need to get everything together. A team that lets you jack up a shit ton of threes. Because realistically, at least during the back end of this losing streak, they've played a lot of teams that are pretty solid on the perimeter. Like the Knicks. Last game against the Suns, you can judge that one how you will. But Knicks, Celtics, Magic, like even, I don't know, partially the Grizzlies, you can kind of throw in there. But that was a really weird spot. This is a team where Tyler Hero is going to be allowed to be a jump shooter in this game, which he's been spotting up a lot more since Terry Rozier has been in the fold, because Rozier has been more of the do-it-all slasher and pull-up guy. which he feasted last game against the Suns. He was a very popular prop. He's going to do the same today, but Tyler Hero is going to be very comfortable in his role. I think Jimmy has really good matchup across the board. This is exactly what they need to get it together. An offense that is not going to be very reliant as Bam Adebayo as a second option to score on the inside, because it's not the best matchup against the Kings. You really don't want to do that. You want to make everybody move on the perimeter, which is perfect for Jimmy, Hero, Rozier. This is the get-right game. I'm 2 times as confident as I was last game, and weird spot against the Suns. This is finally it for the Heat. They're snapping the losing streak. They're not losing tonight.
Look, man, I'm in. All right, I need that on record. You know I'm in. You know I'm down to take a nasty play like this. And if you're saying take the Heat, we take the Heat. I mean, look, it looks like an identical spot to the last game when they were in the same spot at home and they didn't come through and they got crushed. I would not be surprised if they're getting the public once again. And then maybe they break their streak against the Wizards on Friday on the road. But I'm in. I'm down to take a stab at it. It doesn't feel great. It feels a little fake, just with that spread being identical. I was hoping they would be, a couple more points of a favorite, and if they were, we'd be nuking them. But they're still favored on a 7-game losing streak. I mean,
more against the Kings. More against the Kings would be a little crazy. It'd be a little crazy. But they are what? They are a little mini winning streak of their own. They've been playing good basketball, granted against, I don't know, really weird slate of teams. But yeah, Fox, De'Aaron Fox is very, very low today. Like, I mean, it's known at this point that Spoelstra loves to shut down the number one option, but De'Aaron Fox has been hovering much higher than that, really. So it's interesting today. Good
sign.
Yeah.
Kings are small and soft. That sounds like a team that the Heat can beat. Salami. Salmon the pokey. Salami, tomato. We move, we groove. You're on the same page. That's all that matters. All right.
Hero Masterclass tonight.
Hero Masterclass. We got some prize pick squares maybe for that later.
Yeah, I mean, not one that you're really going to like, but heading.
All right. Well, we'll throw that in the A team or the B team. Maybe we'll put it in the A team since the B team hits. Okay. Yeah. Let's go back to CBB here. Another nasty play, Javon. I can't not take this. I got it back Georgia in this spot. I'm not super happy about it. But Georgia at home here. Let me pull this puppy up. Georgia getting, 6 points right now against Bama. 6.5 points right now against Bama. Bama's starting to gain some traction here after a pretty moose start to the season. They've won 4 of their last 5. They had that crazy comeback against LSU in that last game where they put up 109 points, Javon, to do it. That is crazy. They've had great success against Georgia recently. They've beaten them 4 of the last 5 years. It's not like Georgia's playing great right now. Nobody believes in Georgia. They're a football school. Their basketball team is never good unless Anthony Edwards is coming back out of the freaking locker room. They're probably not going to win any meaningful games, right? Well, I'm going to take a chance for them to keep it close here after Alabama is in a huge letdown spot, Javon, after that big comeback against LSU. So I'm going to grab the points here with Georgia at home, and nobody wants to bet on them at all. I don't think I've seen a single person take Georgia all day, and that's the exact spot I want to be in.
Sure. I'll tip my cap. I don't know if I want to fade Bama right now, but I will respect the play wholeheartedly.
Okay. Sure.
Give me ECU today at home.
Yes.
Against USF. I don't think the line is aggressively nasty. I think they should be a favorite at home with his. I guess they've been a little better at home, not as much recently, but USF is going on the road where they're a little vulnerable, and they're a team who USF has a very specific formula. They shoot a lot of threes, they turn teams over and take care of the ball themselves, and they have to get to the free throw line. They have not played a single team the best 3-point defense they've played is Temple. So they haven't played a single team ranked in the top half pretty much of the NCAA in 3-point defense. Temple's ranked 180th. So for a team that takes a lot of threes, you're going to face a really, really good one in a top 30 just about defense from 3 in East Carolina, who's also gets stronger when they play at home. They also are the only team they've played in conference play other than Temple, who is top 100 in turnover rate. So all these teams that are really confused when they send a lot of pressure and generate 20 turnovers a game, this is an ECU, especially when they're at home. Another number that ticks up when they're at home, which is why they play so much better there. So I think that combined with the fact that ECU is big, ECU is physical, ECU is not just going to let Kashawn Pryor get whatever he wants on the perimeter or him getting to the free throw line 15 times like he likes to. I think it's a really good matchup for them. So you see USF's been playing really good basketball, home and away, but this is where it stops, in my opinion.
I'm so in. I'm so in. I was actually about to change one of these plays to throw in ECU, but Javon already snatched it up from me on the freaking best bets category or the sharp report. I was like, you know what? I'll let him have this one. Okay, I'll be on that as well. Wanted to make sure that was noted. Loving ECU today. I'm always a little bit biased. I got some family down there. I got a uncle who pitched down there and got a chance in the minors. So I've always rooted for ECU growing up. Love finally waiting to attack and bet and root for this Pirates team, who is very underrated. I'll be honest with you. They started out pretty hot out of nowhere this season and then started cooling off. But this ECU team, like you said, Javon, has a great matchup to finally cool off USF, who's on this hot streak. I'm so in.
Amen.
W's. Can somebody ask Haglin when Alabama plays in the Natty? Does anybody know when they play in the Natty? Oh, yeah, that already happened. And Nick Saban retired and all your good players transferred and the program's dead. My fault. That's all, man.
Did happen.
Just stopping by to show some support. Still in my gambling break. Let's go, Captain Slim.
Slim.
He can. Sure he can. Even if you're not sending bets, you can still come in, say what's up, and talk some sports. Why not? Love that. All right. Dubs, let's move and groove, Javon. Gosh, man, I just gave a whole pitch about a Wagon Wednesday. Richmond Spiders preaching to the choir about how much heart they show, how great they are. But look, I cannot ignore this line. And it's not even like Fordham's been getting line respect recently. They did a little bit at the beginning of the year, and sometimes they do. But it's not like they're getting crazy respect recently. And to be honest with you, Richmond is not getting crazy respect either. Like they were +3 against, Richmond is getting line respect. They were +3 against Dayton the other night, a ranked Dayton team who everyone thought was going to smack them. So this line is crazy. Fordham typically not getting respect. Richmond typically does, and it's flipped in this spot. I'm willing to take a risk on this nasty Fordham team that at times is fake sharp, but recently they've just been bad, plain and simple. And they have no business being a +2.5 point underdog in this spot. Zero business. I thought they would be double-digit dogs at home in this spot with how bad they're playing. Richmond coming off their biggest win in years, literally. Richmond has won like 10 games in a row, Javon, on absolute fuego, playing their best basketball that I've ever seen Richmond play. Straight up, right now, they are. What a letdown spot it is for them, though. They got to travel to Fordham after that Dayton win. Are you kidding me? Probably the reason why that spread is so short. Give me Fordham. They take care of business. They're going to catch the Spiders sleeping, and it doesn't hurt that I jinxed the heck out of Richmond on Wagon Wednesday today. We all know how that goes.
Certainly does not. Does not hurt at all.
Oh, look at that. Ben Johnson staying with the Lions.
Yeah,
that actually just fucking pissed me off. I'm not going to lie. Whoever texted that or whoever put that in the message, let me know who it is. I need to know. Was that Trent? Was that Dave? Was that Josh? Who was that? Show yourself. Don't be a coward.
Had to be Gates, man.
Damn it. The Commanders said they were surprised to hear the news. That's never good. When the guy you wanted tells you he doesn't want to come and they're surprised to hear it.
Sure.
That's always a good sign, right? That tells you the culture's really changed, right?
Yeah.
I mean, do you blame them? Do you blame them? Who wants to follow suit again after that guy? Who wants to come into this freaking burning house and put out the fire? Do you know the risk it is to take your family, pick them up, and move them to Washington, or even worse, Landover, Maryland? God forbid. I mean, they're not living around there, thank God, probably. But taking your family, picking them up, and taking them to Washington, all the pressure you have with a new owner breathing down your back. Commanders to sign Doc Rivers, I bet. Look, if I was Ben Johnson, I wouldn't want to go there either.
Hell no.
Would you?
Hell no.
Would you want to go? You're about to be fired in 3 years anyways. Oh, I mean, I could have saw this coming. Nobody else did. Everyone else already thought he was already in Commanders gear. Stupid Manders fans. Stupid, stupid, stupid. You guys ruined it. Everyone on Twitter saying he's already a Commander. You guys blew it. Okay? You absolutely blew it. And now we're going to be stuck with fucking Dan Quinn and his bald-ass backwards hat on his bald-ass head.
Dan Quinn, man. Unreal. We'll get back to the CVB more. Fucking matter about.
Ball of 22. I also hate Kansas State basketball. They stink.
Put on record, I do too.
Quinn is better than Staley, no question. I mean, no shit, dude. Literally, my Apple AirPods case would be a better coach than Staley. Okay? Give me a break. Yep. Give me the silent violin here. Little handheld violin. RIP, boys. It was a good run. Shout out Manders Twitter for jinxing that puppy. You guys fucked up.
Yeah.
You really fucked up this time, boys. You could have had it and we blew it because you guys already put him in the Manders uniforms. You put him in the edits. He probably went on Twitter and was like, fuck this. I'm not going. All these freaks telling me I'm already a Manders coach. What the hell's going on?
That was a short stint. Commander's coach for about 3 days.
Dude's having fun back there. Yeah, Good's testing out the new toys. Love it.
Yeah,
absolutely love it.
Going.
We got I'm Sean Gaming coming in hot. Drop it a follow. If you guys are in here for the first time, drop a follow. Stay a while. Okay, go subscribe to our YouTube, Book It Sports. Please, please, please. Javon, you're in on Fordham, right?
I'm in on Fordham. Fordham.
Tell me about UNC Asheville.
Yeah, UNC Asheville. So, I mean, at first look, this line looks a little weird. Fading Gardner Webb, who is a favorite at home, with a losing record against an Asheville team that everybody knows. But Gardner Webb's sneakily getting hot. And I bought into this team in the midst of their winning streak, and now they've won 5 in a row. But the problem lies, how small Gardner Webb is, which is one of the reasons that I took him against Longwood. I thought they matched up pretty well against a team who's not huge. I mean, Gardner Webb is 6'7" at the 5. They really don't have a true 5, and they don't have anybody on the bench with a lot of size. You know who that's going to be a problem against? Obviously Drew Pember, but also Nick McMullen. Like those are 2 guys that are going to control every single ounce of this game. It's like Gardner Webb, I don't think is going to be comfortable enough to get into really any of their action. And they're also a team who really doesn't shoot many threes. They're, near the bottom of the conference in threes attempted too, which is also not just a big UNC Asheville team, but a pretty solid 3-point defense too. So you're going to have a really small team against a really good perimeter defense, trying to get shots at the rim against, a team that they're significantly undersized against. So I think this just spells massive issue. And especially on the offensive side, like I don't see how Drew Pember and or McMullen at this point is really going to get stopped at any point through this game. So short underdog. UNC Asheville's also been, they will. And UNC Asheville has not been good on the road, which is another part of it to make the line look a little less weird. And they're coming off of finally one of their better performances where they won but also didn't cover. They've been terrible ATS really on the road. And I think they halt the Gardner Webb win streak here. The little Mickey runs over.
Yeah, I'm with Rickster here. I was a little bit confused and concerned by that line flip, so I'm off this game, but I'll be rooting for you.
I didn't see
I
a
like
line
the sell
flip.
job. I like the angle.
I thought they opened. They opened -1.5. Gardner Webb went -1.5 to -2.5. That's all I see.
Trying to remember what I saw last night, and I can look on my phone. Let me confirm this. Let me debunk this. The people need to know. Javon, why don't you sell the Detroit Cleveland over? We'll flip it, and then I'll see what's good with this line.
Yes, I mean Detroit Cleveland, the Pistons really, like, for as bad as a defense as you think that they are, and I guess they really have been, they have been under Kings the last handful of games. I think they've hit 4 in a row here, and we all know how good the Cavs are defensively, which is why when I look at this kind of reminds me there's no injuries as far as I'm concerned in this game. So I'm interested to see where it settles. This is one where I'm going to wait to place it and see where the line ends up. But the fact that this is one of the biggest line moves towards the over, with not only the Pistons coming off of a handful of unders, you got Cleveland, who's a really good defense and produces a lot of 220 or sub 220 totals. And both these games so far this year have been soaring under. First game, 218.5 total. We ended with 208. Second game, 225.5. That game ended with 211. So why we see a move up to generally 231, 232, I really could not tell you. So this is just one of those system play-ish line moves. Maybe there's an injury involved. I don't really know. We still will see. I think Jared Allen is potentially questionable, which that one is fantastic to buy into for defensive reasons. If he's not on the floor, that's massive. But if not, I mean, this line move is crazy.
Okay. I can confirm that UNC Asheville did open up an underdog around +1, +1.5 most places. And they have moved up to +3, and now they're starting to pull back a little bit. I'm even looking at the blue book right now, Javon. I'm seeing +1.5.
Ooh.
Good sign for you.
I like that.
Hopefully that line keeps pulling back. Come on back now. All right. The water's fine. Still waiting for Alan to let me know he was wrong. Ooh, we got some YouTube chirps going on.
Where's Alan?
We got some YouTube drama. Alan, stand up for yourself, my man. Don't let him talk to you like that.
Beat.
All right.
Oh, GG.
No fucking way.
Oh, Manderson piss.
Fuck! We're so fucked. We're so fucked. We're fucked. Dan Quinn, huh? Dan Quinn. That's who's changing the program. That's who's changing the culture. Dan fucking Quinn, dudes. It's Ron Rivera with fucking makeup on and no fucking hair. Oh. Get this shit off the screen, bro. Get this shit off the screen, dudes. You've got to be fucking kidding me.
Unreal.
Would you look at that? Looks like Seattle just made a great hire and got a young, defensive-minded genius to take over and try to bring back the Legion of Boom. Fuck. How do you let this guy get out of the DMV? He's right down the fucking street. They were just in the goddamn conference championships. Everyone who has a fucking brain knows this guy's a genius, and all you got to do is pay him $1 bazillion to come over. And you let Seattle get to him first because we're too busy interviewing fucking assistants who want to stay with Detroit. You know how bad of a situation it is when somebody turns down a head coaching job to stay in Detroit? Detroit.
That's crazy.
Not only for that team, but to live there. Fucking Detroit, man. Seattle. This is Washington, D.C. This team won 4 Super Bowls. And nobody wants anything to do with us, man. I wouldn't either. Fuck this. Oh,
Crazy.
This just ripped the fucking heart out of my body.
Well, on the plus side, at the very least, your guy is still there if they want to make a pivot.
What do you mean my guy is still there?
Javon.
The guy is still there for a taking, and nobody
He's
else is
not
hired.
coming to DC. He's going to
They
sit
need
out
to
a
make
year
a
and pick his
pivot,
spot
bro.
because he's smart. If we
They
can't get a young
need
coach
to
who hasn't been a head coach yet to come over, that's literally the guy we need. The build we need is a young guy willing to take a risk and be a head coach for the first time. That's the only fucking guy stupid enough to take the risk to come over here and be a head coach. If Mike Vrabel comes here and it doesn't work out, his career is fucked. And everyone thinks he's not a good head coach anymore. It's not worth the risk for him. He's not coming here.
I mean,
If
they
we
just
can't
got
get the
through.
Lions OC, we're not getting Mike Vrabel.
Dude, they just went through one of the. That's a crazy comment.
Hackett might be a good look.
That's a crazy comment. I'm just saying, like, if Vrabel couldn't get hired when he literally had the job handed to him from the Patriots organization and the Seahawks didn't even want to interview him, I feel like his days are probably numbered if he didn't get through this coaching cycle. That's crazy.
I'm going to have any Zins, Goots. I'm out of Zins. I'm out of Zins. Oh, my God. This is a terrible day. This is a terrible, terrible day. Oh, man. We're so fucked. Nothing's changing. You might as well bring back Dan Schneider. I'd rather have Jay Gruden be my fucking coach with RG3 under center than get Dan Quinn's bald ass.
Oh, I'm dead.
Crazy.
Joe Gibbs still alive? We roll him out of bed? Bring him back? I'd rather have a mute, limp Joe Gibbs.
No, I think he's cake.
Yeah, he might be cake.
Yeah.
Unreal, dude.
Yeah, I could fucking coach his team better than Ron Rivera. Ron Rivera looked the media in the eyes and said, I haven't coached for 3 years. He said those words. I wonder why we suck. Oy, oy, oy. Let's get back to business. I'm an absolute rat piss.
It's unreal. Unreal. Tell us about UCF, who's probably going to be in rat piss today, too.
Yeah, let me tell you about UCF and shit that doesn't matter, like Jalen Sellers today, because this is all meaningless and useless because I'm fucked. Okay. UCF. All right. I'm taking the points on the spread plus 2.5. Maybe this will get me out of piss today because this is a winner. All right. They have a tough matchup today, Javon. Nobody wants to bet on them. They play a Baylor squad who's lost, I think, 3 or 4 in a row. Nobody wants to fade Baylor. They're going to come back to life soon, right? I'm going to squeak out one more winner fading Baylor here, Javon, and take UCF getting a couple points. Saul went back to plus 3.5. I don't give a hoot. It doesn't matter. They're probably going to win this game outright when nobody expects it because I haven't seen a single person take UCF today. Not a soul. And Jalen Sellers, this kid can get a bucket whenever he wants, wherever he wants. This kid's a freaking bucket, one of the best guards in college basketball, straight up that nobody talks about. He's going to feast today, all right? Baylor is going to continue to slide until they turn it around with a win. I'm going to keep fading, all right? This total coming down, interesting move. What does that total coming down tell you about this game? It's down to 138.5. I feel like that already looks a little low.
Yeah, I mean, with what UCF's done at home, doesn't really surprise me. They've soared under that number in every single game. So, I mean, hasn't even sniffed it. I mean, the
you
one.
think they'll be able to tee up and slow down this insane Baylor backcourt today?
I mean, they will. Like Baylor, they're a young team going on the road. The only thing that concerns me of why I'm not fading them is not just because Baylor probably will bounce back at some point here soon, but the you know what their 3-game resume is at home? 3-0 ATS with games against BYU, Kansas, and then a blowout win West Virginia. So that's what concerns me about taking UCF at home because they've been really, really good in the Big 12. So maybe they can do it again, but I don't want to fade Baylor. I tip cap for that.
You guys know me so well, man. You really know how to fuck with me. I'm not even mad. I'm honestly impressed. Like you guys, you know me very well by now, and you know how to push my buttons. So at this point, I just laugh. Yeah, Joe Judge should be available, right, Hagelin? Sure. Chris Holtmann coming over, and he's going to try coaching football. Can't be worse than what he's coaching right now at Ohio State.
Oh, Patrick Corbin.
Patrick Corbin and Donald Trump are going to be assistant head coach and head coach now of the Washington Commanders.
Unreal.
The real baseball fans are going to get that joke. I mean, throw Will Compton out there with his fake-ass white veneers, and he would coach this team better. He would. I'm a Will Compton guy.
Probably would.
He probably would. Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's keep Jack Dust up Del Rio close to DC. That's a smart move for our safety. 18. Golly, I'm not done yet. Let's bring Chase Young back, and let's have him be head coach. He's a really motivating guy. He shows up to workouts, right? No, he doesn't show up to shit. Keep him coming. Keep him coming. Looks like the Commanders actually flipped and gotten Eric Fetty to come over from the White Sox. That deal fell through, and he will be taken over after having the best WAR in all of baseball on planet Earth. People forget Eric Fetty had the lowest ERA on planet Earth. Out of any country, any league, lowest ERA in baseball, planet Earth. People forget that. People forget that. My goodness, man.
Ben Johnson staying in Detroit, Greg.
Oh, yes? Great. Thanks.
Wow, this is just a straight piss stream, dude. Absolutely.
Magic Johnson just says, fuck it. I'll do it myself.
You might have to.
Hey, I've seen worse coaches. Worse coaches recently who have coached our team. Ron Rivera.
Right up there.
He's worse. Oh, man. Bro. You guys are sons of guns. You know how to get beachfront in my brain. All right. Let's move. Let's groove. Javon, UCF, and the Detroit-Cleveland over. We just finished wrapping up here. Chats, if you guys want these Sharp Report plays, we will post this on Book It BTL on Twitter. You know you can track my bets on Pickett because I'm up here in Virginia. Javon, you can get his Prize Pick squares on Pickett, okay? Make sure you guys lock some of these in. I'm feeling really good about this card. Use this as like a cheat sheet on Saturday. I know you guys absolutely love those cheat sheets we drop. Use this as your ammunition, okay? I'm not saying you got to take every single one, but if we align with plays you like, if you see a winner on there, lock it in, take it, all right? Doesn't have to be just our PODs or squad ride. We got more winners too. Just like yesterday, we lost a squad ride, and all 4 other plays in the poll hit. People forget that, all right?
People do forget that.
Dubs. Let's go to our prize pick squares. I've got a nasty one, man. J.R. Kaninsky. Can I get some help here for our Notre Dame boy?
That's
J.R.
That's
Kaninsky,
right.
yeah.
Word, yeah. This kid's pretty good. He's actually playing pretty well. One of the only bright spots of this Notre Dame team, but it's really just because of volume and because they don't have anybody else. It's not really because he's that skilled or that great. And with this UVA game and that total at 115 opening up at 115-ish or 114-ish, there's going to be no points in this game. Look, Notre Dame already beat UVA. They already beat UVA this season by a bunch, like 20 points at Notre Dame, and now they're going to UVA today. I mean, good fucking luck, boys. That total opened up so low. Points are going to be coming at a preem, especially from Notre Dame. You're going to see a legacy UVA defensive performance, a masterclass, if you will. I can't decide if I want to take UVA, if I want to take Notre Dame team total under, if I want to just square up and take the under in the game. Nobody wants to bet that. It's on the rise. The bets are high on the over because it's so freaking low. We don't see totals at 115 anymore, but you guys know what that makes my brain feel and think. Okay, this game's going under, and JR ain't dropping a 10-piece. Best part about this, Javon, he had one of his best games of the season against UVA earlier. He shot 4 for 5 from 3 in that game. You think there's going to be some adjustments made for Tony Bennett here at home?
Yeah, he was staffing that game. That was
yes,
great.
He was.
That was
We
great.
faked.
Yeah. I have another nasty one for you.
Dubs.
Let's talk about Fred VanVleet, which
Ooh.
the square is the square, but it's more the offering. Like, Goots, pull up like the squares that come up when you search Fred VanVleet's name, because we did put him in that secret little six geyser, and he was the only one to sell. The one that we crafted. That's hilarious. Crafted, and here spawns Trent. We had a secret six geyser that we crafted that we talked about, and he was the only one to sell because he literally, it took him until a couple minutes before halftime to even shoot a shot. He had 14 assists in that game, and 4 shots in the game, ended scoreless. 0 for 4 from 3. He didn't take another single shot. He might have had a free throw or something, but he didn't make a single shot from the field. And now, not only do we have the 2.5 3 squares up, but to keep going down, we have the Demon and Goblin, which mean the Goblin, having that up there is like the safe option for a guy who didn't shoot until almost halftime and then ended with 0 shots or 0 threes, period, is interesting. Then offering the Demon up there is also interesting, but it does make a little bit of basketball sense. The guy for them right now has been Jalen Green, who I can only assume if Herb Jones is playing in this game, which I think he's questionable now, Herb Jones is going to see a good bit. And he's one of the best defenders in all of basketball. He's going to see a good bit of Jalen Green and try to slow him down now. And then can only assume Dylan Brooks is going to be matched up a little bit with Brandon Ingram for the size purposes. So Fred VanVleet, I think, is going to have really all day to do whatever he wants, especially with how tough it is to score on Joe Val in the paint for that team, which is why they've been so good at allowing that to big men. So Fred VanVleet, coming off a goose egg, there's a lot of interesting offerings. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say he's going to be Steph. Not only make them, but take a bunch of them.
Yeah, did he take a bunch of shots in that last game from deep and didn't make any? Was he like 0 for 3? Either way, I'm not taking it, but
0 for 4. He legit, it was almost halftime and he had not taken a shot.
Damn.
From the field.
So he jacked 4 in the second half, didn't make any, and now we're here.
He took 1 like right before halftime, and then 3 in the second half. 0 for 4 from the field. Literally didn't make a shot.
This Houston team is weird. Are they kind of fun? Are they kind of cool? Are you kind of buying into this team a little bit or not?
A little bit. They're a fun team. Like when Jalen Green gets hot like he has, like they're super fun to watch. I enjoy watching Dylan Brooks probably a little more than some others who hate him because he's interesting. He brings a little bit of intensity. So like this is an interesting matchup too because like it's weird because Fred, anytime like there's a non-competitive game in the slightest, he just doesn't do anything. But this has all the makings of a close game and one where I think he has the best matchup out of everybody there. So like if it's the Fred VanVleet game, I want to buy in. I want to be in there. And it definitely helps. It's basically like the Chile system or Frosty 5 system. Anytime one team sells, you take them the next time. We had the 6th guy, and Fred was the only one that sold and had absolutely no goals. And now not only does he have the 2.5 threes up, but he has a Demon and a Goblin, I bet.
Huh. Let's go. I'm in. That totals up about 3 points as well from that 227.5 opener. So good sign. Hopefully it keeps on moving up because Houston totals moving up recently have been printing.
You know what else has been a thing too? Because I was looking at whenever I talk about guys who just haven't hit their line in previous games, the chart is what it is. But the ones who have been really printing, when they put up these guys like Josh Giddey, remember he was 0 for 7 against the T-Wolves in 3 games. Fred's played them twice. You want to guess what he is from 3 in those games combined?
You can take a pretty solid guess and say he's made 0.
Not 0, but he's 2 for 12. So if you took that square in 2 games combined, he ain't hitting this. So why is it up? You can get that. He can exceed his 3s that he had in 2 games there. And he's not only going to have 3, he's going to have 4, and he might have 5. I will be taking that demon in symmetries.
6? Someone say 6?
Just maybe.
7?
We're talking heat big 3 levels.
He's not getting 7.
Nah, he's not getting 7. But
Take a look. Take a look at this popular square right here.
D-Mitch. What is that? D-Mitch rebounds and assists combo?
Yeah, you think they're taking the less than in that popular tab?
No, because they probably don't know Darius Garland's playing.
Yeah.
Ooh. Did Gooch just find a POD whale on Prize Picks, Javon?
Potentially. I don't know. I kind of like Donovan Mitchell though. It's the thing because I like the over in that game. No shot.
It's Trent's POD. I'm assuming it's the more than. There's no way if that's the case. Well, now do you want to take it, Javon?
I
mean, I guess.
Sure.
He's nowhere to be found.
That's cap.
That's cap.
Oh,
That's cap.
All right. 2C, what's up, Beast?
2C and chat, Dubs.
What's up? Dude, let us get you right with some squares, man. Whenever you need them, me and Javon, we got you, bro. Okay? I know you've been killing it, though. You might not need them, but if you ever do, we're your guys.
Hitting whale slips, man.
He hits the greatest slips I've ever seen in my entire life. Crazy. I mean, they are put them in the Hall of Fame.
Crazy.
Down in Atlanta. It's unbelievable.
Literally.
All right. Chad, take a little screenshot of this puppy. All right. You might need these plays later. All right. And we will post this on the Book It BTL Twitter.
Before we move, I do have an honorable mention Prize Pick Square. If we want to go stay on the board real quick, it's your guy, one of your favorite guys.
You need some squares. Why don't we craft up something right now that we're liking what we talked about already?
I mean, we got a couple. I mean, Fred VanVleet is certainly my favorite square of the day. Honorable mention too.
Fred in there. We got to put that JR fade in there.
JR square, yeah.
Let's put that Donovan Mitchell fade in there, Goots.
Oh my God, I didn't even see that. Maybe you'll like that now. It wasn't even the square that I was looking at.
I thought for sure that was your honorable mention.
No, that wasn't actually. Okay. But I don't know. Like with Hero, see, like look at his 3s chart. Because his 3s chart is vastly different. That's more what I was looking at. Because, like I said, like when Rozier has been on the court, he's been more of the slasher, like combo guard that does everything. And Hero's like strictly spotting up. So like if he gets 20 points, he's making 4 threes. Like
but don't those charts make you want to pivot here a little bit, maybe, and go points?
No, not really. Because like
I meet on table on the 3s.
Yeah, and I usually wouldn't, but it's just his role is so pigeonholed right now that if they're going to score, I don't think he's going to have that freedom on the ball. It's just
okay.
I don't know. It's a great matchup too because like the Kings are I think they're the second worst 3-point defense in the NBA, or at least attempts wise.
Makes a lot of sense.
It does make a lot of sense. So we'll see how it plays out. But it's not my honorable mention. My honorable mention is one of your favorite guys in college basketball.
Goots, put this square in there and let's see what Javon's got to add and make it a 5th. What do you got, Javon?
What about Carlton Carrington today?
Bro, come on, man. We can't be taking him.
The one time I did take him, you know what he had? Because I think it was like one of the first couple PODs. That was his career game. He had 20 points. Best game so far this season. And you know why he's been shit these couple of games, minus the Georgia Tech games?
Why?
Because they've been putting a lot of ball pressure on him off the pick and roll. You know what Wake doesn't do?
Put ball pressure off the pick and roll.
They don't do that. They play like the most lenient drop coverage that you will ever see. So you know what's going to happen. Carlton Carrington's going to get in the pick and roll action every time they touch the ball. And he's going to hit middies like he is prime Sean Livingston. Like that's going to be the entire game. That's the only reason I am not on Wake in this game. We'll talk about it for a little bit, but
you should not be on Wake. That's good. They're not.
Should not be on Wake. I should not be on Wake. But like if they don't make this adjustment, Carlton Carrington is literally going to have a field day just taking free throw line jumpers the entire game, which is his game. That's exactly what he wants to get to. So he might have a bounce back game today. If they don't make that adjustment and Andrew Carr's just sitting back off the pick and roll, he might do better than the UNC game and might set his new career high.
Damn. We're going to see the freshman who's been super inconsistent finally shine tonight. Please.
Just might.
Please, Carrington. Let's put that Carrington square in there too as well, Goots. But yeah, this looks really good so far. Oh, it's already in there, folks. Damn, that's a good-looking 5-piece. Man, that's a good-looking 5-piece. And I can't talk you into taking Tyler Hero points. You're putting meat on the table on the threes. You're looking me in the eye right now. You're telling me he's hitting 4 threes.
Thing is, like, I don't think it's gonna matter. It's just like I think he can get 4 threes without hitting 20 points, but I don't think he's getting 20 points without hitting 4 threes. That's my thing.
Okay. You told me it's hitting. Let's leave it in.
Yeah.
Trust. All right. I mean, that's a 5-piece I can lock in right this second. I can get behind that. Let's start at the top here real quick, Goots, W's. We got JR. I'm going to fuck up his name again. Konechny? Jeesh. JR Konechny. I should know that. He's on Notre Dame. I like that squad. Not today, though. He ain't getting a 10-piece. We got Fred Van Vliet. More than 2.5 3-pointers. Love that square. Love that sell job. We got D. Mitch fading the chart, fading one of the most popular squares on the board. That should hit, right? We got Tyler Hero, Javon's meat on tape square. And we've got Carlton Carrington, the freshman who's cost me some coins this year on Pitt. Has a great matchup per Javon. He broke that down perfectly. Let's see if he can take advantage today and get some open looks, open mid-ranges, open jumpers. He's due to hit some. I'm down to take Carrington today. I'm in.
There is I don't think it's on the board yet because I think they just confirmed everything, so goalies are not up, but there is a potential square in hockey that we could add to make it a 6th.
No way.
Yeah, which it's not up yet, but I don't know if you took a dive into the NHL at all today. There's some weird games, but the Kings are playing the Preds today. The Preds have been, I don't know, one of those teams that's kind of been playing like dog shit, kind of limping their way into the All-Star break, and this is the last game for the All-Star break. Kings are in a really weird spot because they've been playing like dog shit. They're one of the teams that's like a trendy, this team's going to make a run, this team's going to make the playoffs, they win the cup, they're going to be a sleeper team that's going to contend. They've played like one of the worst teams in the NHL in the month of January. So they've been absolutely terrible. And you know what's borderline going to happen if they don't look good to close this game? The guy that's in charge there might not be back. So you know what I think they're going to do this game? I think they're going to – no, I don't think they're going to lose on purpose because, frankly, that line kind of tells you Kings. But at the very least, I think they're going to rip the shit out of the puck. I think they're going to be super aggressive. Now they're going on the road right before the All-Star break. Nothing to lose. I think it's going to be an all-out attack. So Saros is in net, which I think the only saving grace for the Preds in this game is if he just has an absolute masterclass. So once they put saves up for Saros, I think the Kings are ripping to shit on him today.
And you think the Kings win that game on the road as short favorites?
I kind of do, but it's like the Sens in a couple sharp spots. Not the Kings are always sharp. It's just like I know that they're going to come with an effort in this game. I'm just not confident enough to say that effort's going to translate to a win. But like if it does, I believe the Preds played this game in LA maybe like 2 weeks ago and they beat them 2-1, super low scoring game. And the Kings, for whatever reason, they've been shit everywhere for the past couple of weeks in the month of January, but they have weirdly played better on the road. So like this could be the spot. Definitely an interesting little steam towards them too. But yeah, I just think they're going to rip on Saros.
Was it Carlton Carrington over points?
Yeah.
You're goddamn right it is.
I don't know if that line's going to stick because I think technically by odds wise, it should probably be at 12, not 12.5, but don't chalk it if it gets bumped down because it probably should be there in the first place round.
Okay. I'm down to lock in that 5-piece. We can't make it a 6-piece yet.
Yeah, not yet. They like just confirmed goalies and shit.
The Commanders had made an offer to Mike McDonald, but McDonald felt better situated for himself in Seattle. Jesus Christ, I can't even speak. I'm so blind. Commanders are now in scramble mode as their top 3 options for coach, Johnson, McDonald, Slowick, didn't work out, and they are the final team without a coach. Did they not expect this to happen? Do they live in a fantasy land? They thought that, they got Dan Schneider out of there, and now coaches are going to be lining up at the front door, flying into BWI to go play and live around Landover, Maryland, and coach a team with all the pressure to win and turn a program around.
Yeah,
Are they
a
crazy?
proposition for you. We'll trade you Todd Bowles.
Todd Bowles for who? Who would you even want?
I don't know.
A
Like
vending machine?
yeah, I was gonna say like a box of Doritos.
An empty
Something.
bag of chips?
Yeah.
Golly. There's no pressure to win in Maryland, brother. Well, there sure as hell is when you're the first head coach of a new team that gets rebranded this offseason. There's a ton of pressure with the new owner. And if you don't come through, he might fire your ass earlier than most because it's his first time being an owner.
That might be the stupidest comment I've ever seen in my life. No pressure to win them out. I fucking bet.
Pressure to win every single place because it's the NFL and there are bazillions of dollars on the line, and it is the best of the best, cream of the crop. All right. Let's move. Let's groove, Javon. Let's talk about some of these other college basketball games. We got about 20 minutes. We got to touch on some of these really, really good matchups. We will let you guys know what we're on for the best bets to remind you, but make sure you guys go back and rewatch if you need better breakdowns during the Sharp Report. Okay. Javon, any Northwestern Purdue angle? I think Purdue covers with ease, honestly, in this spot. Big spread.
Yeah, definitely big spread, as well as Northwestern starting to play. So, I mean, those bigger lines for Purdue have been coming through when they're in weird spots like this, so I would not shy away from this one.
Donovan Mitchell, less than. We can put that slip up here ASAP. All right, we'll show you guys it one more time. Should I just lock this in right now with the people? I probably should. Okay, start at the top. Let me lock in this 5-piece as I read it out. We'll do this real quick. We got my guy JR on Notre Dame. We're taking his less than 9.5 points. Why is that not coming up?
Probably got to put the dots.
Don't look up JR. Just look up his last name.
Yeah, that should be easier.
Freddie. Hard assist there.
Fred VanVleet. More than 2.5 3 points made, sure. We've got Donovan Mitchell. Less than 11.5 rebounds and assists. We've got Tyler Hero. More than 3.5 3-pointers made. And we've got Carlton Carrington. Yep, we're going back to him. That should work out. More than 16.5 points, I believe. 12.5 points.
12.5, yeah.
Boom. 5-piece chats. We got JR less than points. We got Fred more than threes made. We got D. Mitch less than 11.5 rebounds and assists. We got Tyler Hero more than 3.5 3-pointers made. And we got Carlton Carrington more than 12.5 points. 5-piece, hold the fry. Love that. Love that entry. I'm in. Let's freaking go. $200 to win 2 racks. That'll play. That'll pack. All right. We got Dylan Man coming in. It's my birthday. I need a winner. Let's go, Dylan Man. Happy birthday, Beast. Happy birthday, my man. Let me know what you like today. Let me know what you like. We can sure as heck give you a winner for the squad ride coming up. All right. Good. So let's get a move on here. Georgia +6. One of my favorite plays today. Already sold it. Xavier, we're loving. Good to see them moving up to -2 here as well, Javon. W's.
Yeah.
A lot of my plays here are early, so a lot of me talking here. That's okay, though, until we get to the later slates. UCF +3.5. I'm not getting scared. I'm happy to see Baylor at that cursed -112 odds on the green book. Javon, let's talk through this UVA game. Am I seeing that total back down to 113.5? Oh, my goodness.
It's a gross.
Oh, my
gross
goodness.
Game. Disgusting.
Get your unders in now before it moves any more, chats. Holy smokes. So this puppy opened up around 114, I believe. Jumped up to 115.5. I saw that this morning for 1 point. And now it's creeping back down. That's a great sign. I'm going to lock in this under right now while we keep talking. Javon, let's go over our next play. Let's keep scrolling. Let me know if there's anything you like here.
I would be lying.
No
yeah,
W.
I might have to do it. I might have to do it.
I
might have to do it, bro.
No.
Yes, dude. You remember?
Holy smokes.
I mean, they're getting a little healthier. I guess Jesse Edwards came back last game. He wasn't like a full go, and I don't know what the story is tonight necessarily, but this line still feels weirdly short. Because I mean, remember Cincinnati, what they're laying at home against Texas? They were minus 4.5, 5 in that game.
Yep.
Well, Texas was also minus 6.5 on the road at WVU. So like. Not that West Virginia hasn't been really good at home, and they came through in that spot, and they have against a couple different teams, including Kansas. But this line still feels awfully short for one of the few teams who I think kind of matches the tempo and physicality that West Virginia can have when they're playing like at their best. So I mean, this definitely screams something's going to go on in this game, and it's interesting too because like first I wanted to fade a lot of the teams when they're playing their first game against an existing Big 12 team. And for Cincinnati, WVU is a really tough place to go into and play. And this is the first time they'll be going there in a while. They played in non-con, I think, a while ago. But first time they're going to be playing in that arena for a minute in Big 12 play, of course, the first. Tough place to play and go get a win.
I am surprised. Usually it's me pitching a moose ship bet like that and you saying, please don't do that. This is something. Okay. Let's see how this plays out. And look, I looked at West Virginia and I lean that with you. Don't get me wrong. You know, I'm not taking Cincy. Teams like that who have gotten burned over and over again in sharp spots, I've just put them off to the side and I've already included West Virginia in that, but maybe I did it too early.
Yeah. You know what? I'd like that they're starting to get healthy. And then they had one game where they didn't really put it all together against Oklahoma State on the road, but they were competitive. And now they're coming back home against a Cincy team who I don't know if they're built for that.
We got somebody with boots on ground for Dub B. Love to see that.
There we
Looks
go.
like he'll be rooting for him. You know he's better to have a bet on that. Come on.
Yeah.
Dubs. I like Pitt at home against your Wake boys. Not going to lie. Some weird juice on that spread there. What the hell? But I like Pitt to win that game money line. Are you going to be taking that? Do you like that?
I will not be taking that, but I don't know what to do because like it all really hinges that it's going to be a beautiful live bet game because if Wake they've been like super stubborn, which is why like Carrington is a solid play for me today because you know what RJ Davis did, who's a similar guard who would just go off the pick and roll, pull up in the mid range every time. He had 36 because they refused to cover him any different way. So like now they know something has to change. If they do it at like halftime, I could see Wake in the big little second half push in this game, but. Otherwise, I'm not really sure how this is going to play out.
Okay. I mean, Pitt. Let's move. Let's groove. There's no time. I like Fordham as well against Richmond, chats. We already talked about that. I think St. Joe's beats George Mason and gets back on track after that tough high-scoring L the other day. I think they hand George Mason another loss themselves after getting back on track after that George Washington loss the other day, boots on ground. Give me St. Joe's. The Hawk will never die. Really good parlay piece. St. Joe's ML. Cough, cough, Trent and Q. Really good parlay piece. St. Joe's ML. Really good. He ain't taking the same. He's pissed.
I do have to point out within the last 30 minutes, just because I was scrolling through it, I see it. We're seeing a 4-point drop in the USF ECU total from 139.5 down to 135.5, which that's fantastic for ECU, but. I mean, holy shit, 4 points in an hour is crazy.
Also, I locked in the under in the UVA game, offshore, right? Have to because I'm in the state. And then I saw it go down to 113.5 after I locked it in. So that's where that total's sitting at before it moves on these stupid other books. You're going to see that total down to 113 at one point, chat. If you're going to bet that under, I would not wait anymore. Okay. Keep on scrolling, dude. So check out some of these later games. Okay. Not loving anything in these puppies. Nothing there. We just talked about ECU. Definitely like an ECU. I think Lehigh beats Navy and covers. I thought that spread was hilarious. Now they're up to 5 against a better Navy team, and Lehigh is atrocious. Would not mind the under or Lehigh in that game. I can't see either of those teams putting up 70 points. You kidding me? That total's too high. Give me Lehigh, give me the under. You like UNC Asheville plus 2.5 at the bottom there?
I do.
Sure. All right. Keep on going, Goots. These are Moose plays. Not taking the bait, fading American. Just keep scrolling. Not taking that bait.
Can we talk Florida, Kentucky real quick?
Yeah. Round 2. What do you like?
I really don't want to do it, but I can't think of an easier play in my head that I think we've had almost the entire season than taking Kentucky -6 in this game. They played horrendous for 30 minutes, I guess you could say, of the Florida game. Florida didn't even look good in that game that was in Gainesville, and somehow they just choked at the end, even though, I mean, Kentucky played terrible and they edged out at the end. Florida can't close a game. Florida can't shoot free throws. Florida can't shoot from three at all. Now they're going to Kentucky. Kentucky needs a win against a big team super badly. They're coming off one of those super disappointing losses where they're everybody's parlay piece. Now they're at the same exact spread. So, like, in my head, I think there's 0 shot Florida wins this game. But I cannot think of an easier number to lay. I was expecting 7.5, 8, maybe higher. And to see 5.5, 6 with Florida is so odd to me, because I was actually coming into today expecting to square up and fade Florida because I don't think this is a spot for them. That line is disgusting.
You think they got that game on their mind that they blew about a month ago? And if they won that game, their season would be completely different right now. They'd be sitting at 15-5 with another key win and probably ranked. You think they've had that game on their mind for a little bit, Javon?
They definitely have. And I mean, I know what else is on some minds is, who's coming into Rupp Arena on Saturday? Tennessee.
Kansas? Tennessee? I don't know why I said Kansas. Tennessee?
Yeah, Tennessee.
Big game. Could be a look ahead.
I'm telling you, I came into today fully prepared to square up and kick Kentucky. And the second I saw 5.5, 6, I was shocked.
Okay. All right. Well, I was kind of already on Florida, but I don't know if I'm going to bet it. But that makes me kind of want to after hearing you flip and hop on the Florida boys. But, man, look, this is a big opportunity for Florida against a team they match up great against, and they can run the floor and keep up. I don't see why they can't keep this within the number, but plenty of points to be had in this game. I wouldn't hate a sprinkle on the ML for half a unit and cut the shit.
I mean, realistically, I know the spread's 6, but I mean, Florida's a team who can't close a game. So, like, if the game is, they're losing by a score come the end of the game, like, they're not winning. I refuse to believe that, because they're not hitting free throws, and they're not going to do it in the clutch time. But if they come out and they punch them in the mouth and they build a lead, that could be a little different.
Okay. All right. Maybe we get an under this time around. So that total was a little bit higher last night, but and that first game did go over barely, and now we're seeing this total creeping back down into the 160s. So good sign for an under there a little bit. Would not be surprised if that hits in round 2 here.
I need a legit check on this boost, bro. Holy shit.
If you need me to get after,
that's
happy
crazy.
to do that.
That's crazy.
All right. Keep moving, keep grooving. Go, 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 go. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Scroll, 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 scroll. I like Bradley -8, just a lean. Nothing crazy there. That game's on TV, though, so if you guys want some action in that one. What about Providence and UConn? Any thoughts on that game, Javon? I know Mikey is ecstatic for Providence today. If you guys didn't get a chance to watch Divine Providence, that came out about a week ago. I know you guys are probably seeing all that drama from this guy, Big East Films, dropping this crazy hour 15-minute documentary about Ed Cooley and why he left, and now it got taken off YouTube. Somebody must have complained. Somebody must have got that puppy off of there. So pretty sketchy. And if you guys got a chance to watch that, you know what I'm talking about. There's probably a reason why he'd want that taken off. I'm not going to spoil it. We'll leave it at that. Okay? As Trent's being a freak right now. What are you doing down there, bro? What are you doing down there? Are you cutting your guap?
Dude's about to put that all on Avs Stanley Cup, Dodgers World Series, whatever it is, Clippers finals, the whole parlay.
Clippers finals.
Sure. Kyron, no stress, bro. No stress. We'll run it back again. Let me know when you have another 2-piece whale. Okay. All right. Missouri, Arkansas. I lean Mizzou, but I'm not really in the mood to fade Arkansas right at this point, because at one point they are going to figure it out and at least win a game. One.
I think they're done, bro. I think they're done.
And they're packing it up. Okay.
There's some rumors swirling now about Musselman just trying to finish the season out and leave. That's coming out about the team. I'm done, bro.
Well, that sounds very similar to a situation I was just talking about.
Yeah.
All right, scroll all the way to the bottom. Goots, I want to see some late night Geysermans. New Mexico, Boise. There we are. Look, my brain is conflicted here. That spread is ginormous, but so is every New Mexico spread recently. And guys, this would have been a great option for a Wagon Wednesday today because this team looks like the best team in the country right now with their offense. But that's too many points. You're going to give Boise State 11 points, a team who their middle name is keep a game within 10. Boise has no business being plus 11. It scares me for sure. That spread is ginormous against a really competitive tournament team in Boise potentially. But New Mexico's been playing like that. They've been blowing out everyone. They've been covering out the wazoo. What are they going to do? They can't keep losing money on this team. They're going to make the spreads fatter and fatter and fatter, no matter what, if it should be there or not. So, guys, remember, spreads are not projections of what the score is. Spreads are there to get you to bet on the wrong thing. They're traps. Sportsbooks are open to steal your money. And that is why Boise State scares me being that fat of a dog. I don't want to bet it, but I cannot take New Mexico and gun to my head. I lean the Broncos there. How are they getting 11 points, Javon?
Yeah, 11's crazy. 11's
That's
crazy.
Nuts.
Against that Boise State team, dude, I'm shocked.
That team's middle name is Hart. Literally. They are just, they grind. Those kids work. Okay?
Yeah.
They're not talented, but they work. And that's the kind of team that could beat a talented New Mexico squad. That line is ridiculous. I'd go Boise here. I'm thinking about playing it myself.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good on that game.
Okay. All right.
But
fair.
Honorable
That's a
mention
good
before
one,
we go,
late night chats.
before we go to squad, right? Honorable mention. I think North Texas beats the shit out of UAB.
No, you don't.
Yeah, we can move. We can move though.
Okay.
Ball pressure on the road. They struggle in North Texas. I think that spread's a little fat too. And they're coming off of UAB just beat Memphis. So long story short, UNT minus 6.5 there. But squad right. Play the train.
Let's run that shit. Let's go, chat. We need to come back and bounce back with a squad ride W after cake yesterday. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. All right. Javon, hit me with it, brother. 2 favorite plays. Go.
Miami Heat.
Dude, you're actually going back to that rat shit, moose shit order.
You're goddamn right I am. Because they're winning today.
ECU ML?
See, I feel like we've gone two juicy MLs in a row that we can't go with the third. I was already stretching it with 2. And it was bad karma. And I don't want to take 2.5 in that game because that's defense true and through. But yeah, I'll be playing that. But the Heat are winning today. So keep that in there. I don't know, what was your favorite play?
I mean, I love all my plays. I love so many plays today. I like Xavier a lot. I like Georgia a lot. I like UCF a lot. I like Fordham a lot.
Pick one to put in there first.
I'm going to go with what I know is a winner, and that's UGA +6.
Okay.
What do you got?
Do we dare put Florida in here?
No.
Okay, what about North Texas then?
What else?
Could go the over in Pistons Cavs.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that play. Detroit, Cleveland over 232.
231.
Ooh.
Remember, same thing. Same thing as Lakers game, though. It's moving back, but still way above the opening line. So it really doesn't matter.
Yeah. No, we're good. I love that sell job. I'm all in on that play.
Yeah.
All in. Dude, we got to put ECU in here. I'm sorry. We have to put them in. They're winning today.
Dude, we can't go 3 in a row super juicy squad rides. That's asking for
We don't have to think about any sort of guidelines or regulations. We just got to give the people winners, our 5 best plays, and let them pick the winner.
It's going to win.
If it wins, it wins. It's a winner.
Put it in.
They're winning this game. I'll put meat on tape for it. ECU ML. They win this game.
Sure.
Fordham +2.5.
Fordham in there.
We got 5 plays right now. Heat, Georgia, over, ECU, Fordham.
Start it up.
Chat, 5 plays, 5 winners. You have 2 minutes to lock in this squad ride vote, and I want to see 100 votes for the winner. 0 excuses. We have over 800 people in this puppy getting ready for Trent to take us through whatever the hell he's betting today on the Surgical Stream. Get fucking hyped up. All right. I'm excited to see what Trent's got on this slate. Me and Javon will be on there giving some winners a little bit later. So stick around. Don't go anywhere. Okay. And get your freaking votes in. Hurry up. You got about a minute left. Go, 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 go. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. You got 30 seconds to lock in your squad ride votes. I want to see 100 votes. I want to see 100. Not 90, not 80. A hundo piece for the winner. Get those votes in. You got 10 seconds. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Go, 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 go. Heat ML, Georgia +6, Detroit, Cleveland over 231, ECU ML, and Fordham +2.5. You got 5 seconds. Get your vote in. If you don't know what we're talking about, come join us on Twitch at Book It Sports. And make sure you guys subscribe to the YouTubes. We're going with Javon's Heat down in Miami to end the little 7-game losing streak. Wouldn't have the squad ride any other way coming off a loss. That sounds like a very BTL play. That sounds like a winner. And we're going to meet you guys at the cash counter. Okay, stick around for the Surge stream. Make sure you guys download props.cash. If you're struggling hitting prize picks, download props.cash. Use our promo codes. I promise you, you will hit more entries. That app is elite. All right, go check it out and stick around for the Surge stream starting up right now. Let's see what Trent is betting today. Let's see where he's putting his coins. Right now, he's counting his guap. He's in a good mood. So we'll catch you guys tomorrow. Same time, same place. We'll be Sam. Peace.
Yo, you think Dallas' Power 4 gonna drop 30 tomorrow?
Why you tripping?
Did you see his mom made a post about going to the game?
What? Hold up. His mama gonna be there?
He's been averaging like 34 points a game when she's there.
At least 40 when she be on that Jumbotron.
He don't like to let his mama down.
Pick more, pick less. It's that easy.